Andrea Trowski here with Dentalelle Tutoring. I want to talk to you guys about habits that are going to save you literally hours a week. We're talking 10 hours, maybe even more per week. So this is for students, but it could also just be for anybody, your regular life. I really like to binge watch on YouTube, and I've been watching like habit saving tips, or sorry, habits that are going to save me time, um, productivity tips, things like that. But these have really resonated with me and ones that I've actually tried myself that work, okay? So you want to watch this. You have not heard these tips before. They're really, really good. The first one is I want you guys to start doing things when your energy allows you to, okay? So be very strategic, if you will, with your energy. So if you're the type of person where you're able to wake up at 5 a.m. and you feel good, you're ready to go, you should absolutely do it. Maybe you have the most energy from 5 till 10 a.m. Plan your time that way. If you're a student, then you might want to study at that time instead of studying in the evenings after school or instead of studying during your lunch break at school. Maybe you want to wake up early and study in that time instead. Because when you're not using your energy effectively, what ends up happening is you're trying to do too much and you might get tired by 2 p.m., 3 p.m. I know this happens to me. I could literally have a nap. I get so tired. I have a coffee, I feel a bit better, but not really. My productive time is in the morning. Usually after 2 o'clock, don't ask me to do things that really cause me to think a lot, like do mock exam practice questions for my students or see patients because, well, no, I probably could see patients because I'm actively doing something and I might forget that I'm tired, but something like mock exam practice or PowerPoints, I would not be able to do. Even a YouTube video, I don't think I'd be able to do it. I do my YouTube videos. I see patients typically in the morning. I go on my walking pad in the morning because that works for me. I'm not a 5 a.m. person though. I'm a 10 a.m. person. Not that I sleep till 10 a.m., but I'm going to wake up at 9. I get ready, do all my things. I get started at 10 a.m., but I know that works for me. Okay, so try it. You will notice a big, big difference. And this is going to save you time because you're using those energy filled hours actually doing something and getting things done. If you're super tired after school, don't plan to study then. Maybe what you want to do is do the laundry or do anything else that you have to get done, but it might even give you some energy because you're not thinking about how tired you are, okay? The next one is multitasking. Okay. I'm really, really bad with this. I will literally open up my emails, start emailing, but each email that I have, it might ask me to send them a link for something, or they might ask me to answer specific questions about a specific course, or but the thing is, I'm going to answer those emails, and then when I send that link, I might go, oh, I don't like how the website looks. I need to change the picture on the website. So I'm going to go into Canva to make a new photo or a new thumbnail for YouTube because somebody wanted me to send a video that I had done, but then I don't really like the thumbnail because I'm starting to experiment with different types of thumbnails, what kind of look better and what do a better job in getting the video out there. So then I'm going to go on Canva to make a new thumbnail or a new image, but then I go back to my emails because I'm like, oh, I never did send that email to that person with the link. But see how I'm going back and forth? I'm not doing anything effectively really well because I'm multitasking too much. But when does multitasking work? So let me tell you this. Let's say there's a course you have to listen to or a webinar you want to take. What I suggest doing is if you need to get laundry done, put in your AirPods, put in your, headphones and listen to that course on your laptop or on your cell phone while you're doing the laundry. So you're multitasking, but you're doing both things really, really well, right? You're not, trying to answer emails and then doing thumbnails and then doing Canva images and then, oh yeah, I forgot to upload to Instagram mock exam practice questions, but I have to make them. So then back to Canva. You guys wouldn't be doing those things, but that's what happens to me. Multitasking when it works for you, but certain tasks multitask well. If you're checking your emails from your professor, but then you're like, oh shoot, wait, I have to study this first, but oh, I have to make dinner. You can't study and make dinner at the same time, right? But you might be able to make dinner and listen to that class again that you wanted to listen to. So try that. Investing in your time isn't really for students per se. I guess it could be. But what I mean by this is if you spend 2 hours a week every week cleaning the house because you have kids, you have another life outside of school, maybe you want to hire a cleaner to do that for you, right? In regards to me, maybe it would really help to hire an assistant to help me answer emails or do YouTube thumbnails or do other things that's taking so much of my time and taking time away from my patients, perhaps, where I could be seeing more patients, or I could be teaching more courses live if I had somebody to handle my YouTube thumbnails, you know? Invest in your time, meaning sometimes you have to pay a little bit to get more time back. Another example could be, and I'm bringing up students again, let's say it takes you 45 minutes to get to school because you have to take the subway or the bus that only comes at certain times. Well, maybe sometimes if you can afford it, maybe you can take a taxi and that would only take 20 minutes. Or can you hitch a ride with somebody else in your program to maybe help to save you time? So just things you can do to help save you time, okay? Think about that. Another really good tip is to count to five. Um, but this kind of is a two-parter. So do you really have to get that thing done that you're thinking about doing? So let's say you're trying to study, but then you're like, oh my goodness, I have like 3 loads of laundry that I have to do. If you think about it, what is really more important? Do you still have clean clothes? Do you really need to do that load of laundry now? Or would it make you feel better to study first and then do the laundry tomorrow? Or remember how I talked about multitasking? Maybe you could do the laundry while you're listening to a teaching video with your headphones, or you're just walking around with your phone listening to a teaching video and you're doing the laundry at the same time. So maybe you just have to count to five and think about it and try to manage it more strategically that way. Another one is, and I've mentioned this so many times before, not everything has to be 100%. So you don't have to be perfect at everything. I find when people think they have to be perfect, they procrastinate and they don't get things done. Meaning, let's say you're trying to study for pharmacology, but you haven't yet been able to highlight everything you want to highlight in the textbook. That's going to take time. Oh, you don't have any highlighters left. You have to go to the store to do that. You know what? Just open up the textbook. Just study pharmacology. Don't think everything has to be perfect. Or are you the type of person where you like to write out your notes again, but maybe you don't like how you had highlighted that or the color pen you had used, or I don't know. You're giving yourself excuses because you don't like how something looks or you want to be perfect at it. Just get over that. Don't think you have to be perfect. Just do it. Just start it. Okay. Just do what you have to do. Another thing is to create a schedule. This is really, really helpful, and this has helped me. For example, I don't check my emails all the time. If I did, I would get so distracted by every email, even what I think are quick emails, like a student asking me a quick question, like, how do I log in again? You know, something like that. Even quick emails, I don't check my emails on purpose. I have my phone on do not disturb, so when I'm doing a YouTube video such as this one, or I'm creating a new course, or I'm teaching a student, I'm not bothered by my phone. And I check my emails at certain times throughout the day, such as first thing is usually 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. depending when I wake up. And then I check it while I'm having lunch, like 12 or 1 o'clock. And then I might check it at 4 o'clock. You know, it does depend on the day. Like it could be slightly different times, but I don't constantly have my phone on and I'm not checking the notifications. I have a system in place of when I want to do things. So for you, have a system of when you want to study. Have a system of when you want to do what you have to get done. You know, I know I keep saying the laundry, but that's just the first thing that comes to mind. For example, I have to water the grass tonight because we have like 30-degree weather. We have a new landscaped yard. These are the things that I have to do, right? But I won't plan to watch a YouTube video, or sorry, to do a YouTube video like I'm doing now, but then plan to water the grass at the same time. If you create a schedule, you know when you're supposed to do things. It's the same with studying. If you create a schedule of, I'm going to study pharmacology on this day, I'm going to study ethics on this day. If you create a schedule, you know what to do and you don't have to think about it and take that energy away from what you actually have to do. And then I want you guys to think about elimination. So it really helps a lot of people to have a to-do list where you can just simply cross things off after you do it. That helps me. I like to do that. But my to-do lists are very long, like everything that I have to do. And then I break it up into chunks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday too. But don't be too hard on yourself if you don't get it all done. If you're planning and on your to-do list, you have 10 things to do that day, oh my God, you're not going to get 10 things done, right? Maybe just do 2 things a day that you really want to get done. Like you have to finish studying pharmacology because you have an exam tomorrow. Do you have to finish that project that's due in 3 weeks? Probably not, right? So write everything down that you have to do. It just helps you get it off your chest. Write everything down that you have to do, and then per day of the week, just 2 things or 1 thing or 4 things, depending what works for you, what you have to get done, and then cross it off. You will also find after doing this for several weeks, you will start to see, okay, I can do 1 thing effectively and I cross it off. I feel so much better that I want to do a couple more things. Or you might say, well, on my to-do list last week, like I said I have 5 important things to do. I got nothing done because I got sick. How can I better manage my time so that if I get sick or if I'm having a lazy day, I can put that off to another day? That's okay too, because that brings me back to my first tip, right? Is be strategic with your energy. If you're sick, you're not going to get anything done well. Take that day to rest, you guys. That's okay. But then the next day or when you feel better, get back into it. So what do you guys think? I hope this helps. Let me know if any questions. I'll see you in the next one. If you haven't yet, definitely join our Facebook group. I do have a Facebook group now for Dentalelle members. If you've ever signed up for a paid course of mine, you have full access. I do classes now every Sunday. I'm talking about ethics this Sunday, for example. You're just constantly learning dental. I'm teaching you. I'm here. You can ask me questions anytime. Okay, so check that out, you guys. It's in the description down below. Click like if you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.